Hello student, welcome to the lecture series of complex variable and partial differential equation. So today in this lecture we will learn about residue integration of real integral. So today in this lecture we will learn about evaluation of definite real integral of a rational function of a cos theta and sin. So let us understand what is residue integration of a real integrals. So the residue theorem can be applied to real definite integrals. So these real integrals are evaluated by expressing them in terms of complex functions over a suitable contour. And the process of evaluation of this integral is called contour integration. Okay, so let us understand what is evaluation of definite real integral of a rational function of cos theta and sin theta. So for that, let in I is equal to integration from 0 to 2 pi f of sin theta cos theta into d theta, where f of sin theta cos theta is a rational function of sin theta and cos theta. So to evaluate this integral, put z is equal to e raised to I theta. Then by taking derivative at both sides, so we will get dz is equal to I raised to I theta into d theta. But e raised to I theta is nothing but z. So we can put Iz into d theta. So we will get d theta is equal to dz upon Iz. Okay. So now take cos theta is equal to 1 by 2 z plus 1 upon z. So that is nothing but z square plus 1 upon 2z, and sin theta is equal to 1 upon 2i z minus 1 upon z. So that is nothing but z square minus 1 upon 2iz. Now substitute all this here. So we will get integration of I, that is integration of f of z into dz. Okay. And here we have modulus of z is equal to modulus of e raised to I theta. So this will become 1, where C is the circle with modulus of z is equal to 1 for this integration. Okay, so by Cauchy's residue theorem, our integration I is equal to 2 pi I, and the sum of the residue at all points lying inside the circle modulus of z is equal to 1 only. Okay, so let us start with example. So using residue theorem, evaluate integration from 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 5 minus 3 sin theta. Okay, so here take z is equal to e raised to I theta. Okay, so by taking derivative at both sides, so this will become dz is equal to I e raised to I theta into d theta. Okay, so we can say that d theta is equal to dz upon I e raised to I theta. This is nothing but dz upon Iz. Okay, and second, take here we have sin theta. So take sin theta is equal to z square minus 1 upon 2Iz. Okay, now substitute all this in this integration. So this will become 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 5 minus 3 sin theta. So integration from 0 to 2 pi d theta is nothing but dz upon Iz, and this is 5 minus 3 sin theta is nothing but z square minus 1 upon 2Iz. Okay, so this will become integration from 0 to 2 pi dz upon Iz, and this will become tan Iz minus 3z square plus 3 and upon 2Iz. So this Iz both are cancel out, so we will get 1 by 2 integration from 0 to 2 pi dz upon minus 3z square plus 10Iz plus 3. Okay, where C is the circle with modulus of z is equal to 1. So center point 0, 0 and radius r is equal to 1. Okay, now here you can clearly see that in denominator we have quadratic equation, that is minus 3z square plus 10Iz plus 3. Okay, so we can solve like this, minus 3z square plus 10Iz plus 3. So we will get 2 root of this quadratic equation, or we can say that we get 2 pole of this quadratic equation. Okay, so here a is equal to minus 3, b is equal to 10I and c is equal to 3. So we have delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. B square is nothing but 100 I square minus 4, a is equal to minus 3 and b is equal to plus 3. So this is minus 100 because I square is answer minus 1, and this will become minus minus plus 4 3s are 12, 3s are 36. So this will become minus 64. So this is 64 I square. So under root of delta is nothing but 8I. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation of z. So we can say that z12 is equal to minus b plus or minus under root of delta divided by 2a. So minus b is nothing but minus 10I plus or minus this will become 8I upon 2a is equal to minus 3. So this is minus 10i plus or minus 8i upon minus 6. So we can say that z1 is equal to minus 10i plus 8i upon minus 6. Z2 is equal to minus 10i minus 8i upon minus 6. Okay, so this will become minus 2i upon minus 6. So this is minus plus I by 3. And here we have minus 18i by minus 6. So this will become plus 3i. Okay, so here we can write this integration, that is integration from 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 5 minus 3 sin theta is equal to 1 by 2 integration from 0 to 2 pi. Here we have dz, and here we can write like this, z minus I by 3 and z minus 3i. So you can clearly see that here we have two poles. First one is z is equal to I by 3 and second is z2 is equal to 3i. And here we have function f of z, that is 1 upon z minus I by 3 and z minus 3i. Okay, so let us check that these two poles are lies inside the circle C or outside the circle C. So first one, z is equal to I by 3. So here we have circle modulus of z is equal to 1. So put here, so this will become mod I by 3. So this is nothing but 1 by 3 whole square in under root. So this will become 1 by 3, which is less than 1. So we can say that which lies inside circle C, that is modulus of z is equal to 1. And second point, we have z is equal to 3i. So we have circle modulus of z is equal to 1. So put here, so this is modulus of 3i. So this is nothing but under root of 3 square. So this will become 3, which is greater than 1. So z is equal to 3i lies outside circle C. Okay, so here we have to find residue at pole z is equal to I by 3, and which is simple pole. Okay, so residue for the function f of z, z is equal to a, that is limit z tends to a, z minus a into function f of z. Okay, so here we have point a is equal to I by 3. Here this is minus z minus I by 3, and here we have function that is 1 upon z minus I by 3 into z minus into z minus 3i. Okay, so this z minus 3 cancel out, so this will become limit z tends to I by 3 1 upon z minus 3i. Okay, so now put z is equal to I by 3, so this will become 1 upon I by 3 minus 3i. So we will get this 1 upon I minus 9i by 3. So this will become minus 3 by 8i. Okay, so this is the answer for residue at z is equal to I by 3. So our final integration I, that is 1 by 2, which we have to consider from this. Okay, so this is 1 by 2 into our integration, that is 2 pi I, sum of residue of the pole lies inside circle C. Okay, so this is nothing but 1 by 2 into 2 pi I, and this is minus 3 by 8i. Okay, so this 2 cancel out, I cancel out, so we will get minus 3 pi upon 8. This one is our final answer. Okay, now let us understand with next example, that is using residue theorem, evaluate integration from 0 to 2 pi d theta upon cos theta plus 2. Okay, so here take z is equal to e raised to I theta. So this will become by taking derivative at both sides. So this is I e raised to I theta into d theta. So this is nothing but Iz into d theta. Okay, so we can put d theta is equal to dz upon Iz. Okay, now second take cos theta is equal to z square plus 1 upon 2z. Now substitute all this in our integration, that is 0 to 2 pi d theta upon cos theta plus 2. So this will become integration from 0 to 2 pi. This will become dz upon Iz. And here we have cos theta, so that is z square plus 1 upon 2z plus 2. Okay, so this will become integration from 0 to 2 pi dz upon iz and divide by z square plus 1 and plus 4z upon 2z. So this z cancel out. So we will get this like 2 upon I integration from 0 to 2 pi dz upon z square plus 4z plus 1. Okay, where C is a circle with center point 0, 0 and radius r is equal to 1. Okay, now here in denominator you can clearly see that we have quadratic equation, that is z square plus 4z plus 1. Okay, so to solve this here, z square plus 4z plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 1. So we have delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So b square is nothing but 16 minus 4 into 1. So this will become plus 12. So under root of delta will become 2 under root of 3. So this is the quadratic equation of z. So this will become minus b plus or minus under root of delta divided by 2a. So minus b, that is minus 4 plus or minus 2 under root of 3 divided by 2. So our z1 will become minus 4 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So this will become minus 2 plus root 3. And z2 is equal to minus 4 minus 2 root 3 divided by 2. So this will become minus 2 minus root 3. Okay, so here we can write this integration from 0 to 2 pi, that is 2 upon I dz upon z square plus 4z plus 1 is equal to 2 by I integration from 0 to 2 pi dz upon, this is nothing but z minus 2 plus root 3 and this is z minus 2 minus root 3. Okay, so here we have two poles, z1 is equal to minus 2 plus root 3 which lies inside circle C and z2 is equal to minus 2 minus root 3 which lies outside circle C. Okay, and here we have function f of z is equal to 1 upon z minus 2 plus root 3 and z minus 2 minus root 3. Okay, so here we have to find residue which residuate pole which lies inside the circle C, that is minus 2 plus root 3. Okay, so residue at z is equal to minus 2 plus root 3 will become residue which is simple pole. So function f of z, z is equal to a, limit z tends to a, here z minus a into function f of z. Okay, so a is nothing but z tends to minus 2 plus root 3. This is z minus 2 plus root 3 into function 1 upon z minus 2 plus root 3 and z minus 2 minus root 3. So these both are cancel out and put z is equal to minus 2 plus root 3. So this will become minus 2, 1 upon minus 2 plus root 3 minus 2 minus root 3. Okay, so this will become 1 upon minus 2 plus root 3 plus 2 and plus root 3. So this both are minus 2 plus 2 cancel out. So this will become 1 upon 2 root 3. Okay, so now our final integration of I. Okay, so here we have to consider this also, that is 2 by I. So this is 2 by I into 2 by I and into sum of residues of the pole lies inside circle C. Okay, so this is 2 by I into 2 pi I and this one is 1 upon 2 root 3. So this 2 cancel out, I cancel out. So we will get final answer, that is 2 by root 3, our final answer. Okay, thank you for watching this video.